Ln-1 live processes, and in the previous video you have studied about the nutrition. This is the second part of this chapter, which is respiration. You have studied respiration in class 7, that burning of glucose, right, in order to provide you energy is called respiration. In short, not exhaling and inhaling of air. See, many times children used to make mistake. Respiration is just exchange of gases. No, it does not. See, respiration is a process of burning, right? Burning of food, burning of glucose. For example, I just want to tell you, like, you have studied about combustion. Combustion is a process in which the fuel burns inside engine and it releases energy to work by machine. Same way, respiration is a process of burning of food, which is glucose, and it burns in your body. You know, we can say it burns in the cell, and the purpose is same, releasing energy so that the machine or the body can work well. Combustion or respiration is a process of burning, right? For the burning of any substance we require oxygen. So, abhi here कि for burning of substance we require oxygen, and oxygen we take in our body through the process of breathing, right? So here in the process of respiration, what is required? Oxygen. It means when the food, the digested food, C6H12O6, it's a formula of glucose. This food get oxidized in presence of oxygen, then it release energy, which is important for our body to work. Then it release carbon dioxide and it release water vapor, right? If you will observe it carefully, the same way, suppose any petroleum you have taken it here, it burns in presence of oxygen in the engine and release energy, carbon dioxide and water, right? So combustion and respiration are the same process, but one occurs outside of the body in the environment and one occurs inside the body in our cells. Now, respiration here, if you will see the formula of photosynthesis, the chemical formula of photosynthesis, so you will find that it is just opposite process of photosynthesis. See, we require carbon dioxide, water molecule for the process of photosynthesis. We require energy in the form of solar energy. In presence of chlorophyll, and here what forms sugar? By this process here glucose forms and oxygen gas release out, right? Abhi, what are the products? Carbon dioxide, water vapor, and what are the reactants? Carbon dioxide, water and solar energy. These are the products of the process of respiration. If you see the product of photosynthesis, so this is the reactant of process of respiration. So we can say that respiration and photosynthesis both are the opposite term of each other. Breathing and respiration. It looks like they both are the same term, but no, it is a different mechanism. Say, breathing means we take in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. There is the exchange of gases, right? And in respiration, burning of glucose in presence of oxygen. One thing. It is a biophysical process. The body organs work together in our body system and the process of breathing completes. So it's called biophysical process, where respiration is a chemical process which runs in our body, so it is called biochemical process. It is voluntary, right? And this one is involuntary. So 3 points I have told. 1. Okay, breathing is exchange of gases, whereas respiration is a burning of glucose. Here, second, okay, it is a biophysical process, where the respiration is a biochemical process. And the third point, okay, in breathing is voluntary process, where respiration is an involuntary process. Types of respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. See, when respiration occurs in presence of oxygen, then this kind of respiration is called aerobic respiration. And when respiration occurs in the absence of oxygen, then this kind of respiration is called anaerobic respiration. Now, when oxygen helps in the process of burning, you know and better. So when oxygen used to be present, the glucose burns completely, and that's why it releases tremendous amount of energy. But when glucose burns in lack or in absence of oxygen, then the amount of ATP used to be less. By seeing the chemical reaction, you can see that, okay, if I am taking the chemical reaction of aerobic case. In case of aerobic respiration, here, when glucose burns, see children, first glucose having 6 carbon, right? So 6 carbon breaks down into 3 carbon, right? And 3 carbon means 6 carbon chain. Suppose here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should use C here, but I have used O. It's not O, is the molecule, suppose. So here it splits into 2 chain of 3 carbon, which is called pyruvate. Which is called pyruvate. Breaking down of glucose into the pyruvate, this process occurs in cytoplasm, in the cell. And now this pyruvate enters in mitochondria, which you know better. Mitochondria is called powerhouse. Reason? It allows the burning of glucose. So, abhi you are seeing the role of mitochondria. Now, the glucose splits into pyruvate, 3 carbon chain in the cytoplasm. Then it enters into the mitochondria, and now it starts to form the byproducts. Here, when you see the byproduct, so there is carbon dioxide, water vapor, and energy in the form of ATP. And there is a releasing of 38 ATP. This is the energy coin. The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Next is anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Here I forgot to tell you, okay, in the mitochondria, the glucose burns in presence of oxygen. So here oxygen is present, right? But when we talk about anaerobic respiration, the glucose is absent in this process. Again, we are going to see that a glucose 6 carbon chain breaks down into the pyruvate. See, this is the common process which occurs in both kind of respiration. A splitting of glucose into pyruvate in the cytoplasm, you know? And breaking down of glucose is called glycolysis. Yesterday I told you the term lysis means to break down, and glyco term we have taken for the glucose. So glucose breaks down into pyruvate in the cytoplasm, and this pyruvate enters in. Now, because I am talking about anaerobic respiration, so this process we study in case of muscle cells as well as in case of yeast, right? So we have 2 different reactions, and these 2 different reactions have 2 different products. So one by one we will see that. Suppose this is the first one, and it is in the yeast cell, and this process is called fermentation. And the product of fermentation process is ethanol, the product of C2H5OH, right? Ethanol plus carbon dioxide and less amount of ATP, right? And when we talk about the second reaction which occurs in the muscle cells, the same reactant you will get glucose, glycolysis. Due to glycolysis, you will see the pyruvate chain. Pyruvate enters into muscle cells of the body and it releases the products which is your lactic acid, then carbon dioxide and poor number of ATP. This is 2 ATP. Overall, you can see that in aerobic respiration oxygen is present and this process is going on in the absence of oxygen. Here, the fermentation process gives you ethanol and this is the alcohol which used to commonly used in the beverages in the food industries. And here muscle cells, when you have studied about that, why the people, question comes from this topic like while running briskly or doing exercise heavily, the muscle cramps occur. Reason, you see, while doing the heavy exercise, right, so there is a lack of oxygen in the body. In order to fulfill the amount of oxygen, the muscle cells starts to respire, and when they start to respire and aerobically, so they means lactic acid accumulate in the cells and which cause muscular cramp. We have to study the topic respiration in both in animals as well as in case of plants, right? We start with the plants. When we talk about the respiration in the plants have various body structure like root, stem and leaves, you know it. So there are respiration in roots, respiration in stem and respiration in leaves. Here, when we talk about the root, stem, leaves, see everywhere due to the process of diffusion, the gaseous exchange occurs. As you know, plants take carbon dioxide during day and release oxygen gas during the process of photosynthesis, right? And I told that the respiration is the opposite term of photosynthesis, right? So here means when there is a requirement of carbon dioxide for the production of glucose, so during the process of respiration, whatever the amount of carbon dioxide plant release, some of it used to utilize in the process of photosynthesis. My prime target is to make you understand about the diffusion, how occurs in the root. You know, okay, root are in the soil. Soil have intermolecular space. The air traps in this intermolecular space. Now, root anchors in the soil. They diffuse through the root hairs the oxygen in and carbon dioxide in it, and by this process they used to take the oxygen. That is why it is said or suggested that too much of water we should not provide to the plant. Reason, these gaps get filled by the water and then there is a lack of oxygen which causes the rotting of root and due to it the plants die. Next, we talk about the stem. See, stems are green. If they are green, so they have stomata. Means the herbaceous plants and the young shoot. Herbaceous and young shoot have green stem, and this green stems contain stomata which directly diffuse gases from the environment. And if the stem is old, here I have told you about the young shoot, young stem, or I have told you about the herbs. But if the stem of woody tree trunk, so in case of woody plant, they have openings in their stem which is called lenticels, and through this openings the stems do the diffusion, do the change of gases. And if we talk about the leaves, so you children know that the leaves have stomata, and this stomata opens during day and the gaseous exchange occurs. And the gaseous exchange occur, but during night they used to close, and the carbon dioxide, that's why it is suggested that we should not sleep under the tree during night. Reason, at that time plants release carbon dioxide. Respiration in animals. I have taken 4 categories of animals: amoeba, unicellular, earthworm, the first organism, the phylum of first time where you have seen the blood vascular system. Here in fish, the first vertebrate, and then I have taken the example of I'll tell you how the human respire. Again, in case of amoeba, which is a unicellular organism, as you know, so very simple way of respiration is diffusion. Means from the body surface, from the cell surface, amoeba directly exchange the gases. Means if I'm saying if amoeba is there, so it directly take in oxygen from the outer environment and release carbon dioxide through the body surface, and this is the process of diffusion which occurs in the amoeba, unicellular organisms. All the unicellular organisms perform in this way. When we talk about earthworm, so earthworm, where you have found in class 9th I have taught you where you have found the first time blood vascular system. They have blood vessels, but it is not in the closed. The blood flows in their body, but not in the closed vessels as it runs in our body in arteries and veins. It runs in the body directly. Now what? For this, they have very moist skin. Moist skin, why? The skin is, if you will take the dissection of their skin, the skin is very rich with the fine blood capillaries, and it means these blood capillaries directly exchange the gases from the environment. Right? So they have moist skin which allow the diffusion through the in the environment, and by this process they respire. Then we talk about the fish. Fish have heart. To respire, they have main organ which is called gills. Gills are the folded membrane of skin. They used to be folded like this, and you have seen that whenever you observe the fish, they always continue to drink water. Reason, they allow the water to pass through their gills. This membranous fold structure used to be very rich in the fine blood capillaries, and this blood capillaries diffuse the carbon dioxide in water and take the oxygen gas from the water in their blood, and by this channel the oxygenated blood reaches to the heart of fish. Respiration in animals, I have taught you about 3 topics: in amoeba, in earthworm, and in fish. here, in case of humans, we have a very well developed respiratory system in our body. Now, system, all those organs which unite together in order to form the system, respiratory system in body, are called respiratory organs. All those organs which form the respiratory system in our body are called respiratory organs. And respiratory organs are nose. As you know, we inhale the air through our nose, which is a pair of nostrils. Then it reaches to the nasal passages. Then air. See here, in the nose there is hair, ciliary structure. Then mucous membrane. This basically filters the air so that the dirt, the germs can filter here, and this lip nose used to allow the gas which enters in our body, means it allows the maintenance of the temperature according to our body temperature, and then it passes the filtered air to the nasal passages, which secretes the mucus, and this mucus moistens the air. Then the filtered moistened air reaches to the trachea. Trachea is a structured windpipe from where you see, I have not drawn diagram, but you will see the diagram in my notes. Trachea are the tubular structure which is just after the structure of larynx. Larynx is the sound box of your body, and trachea after larynx. In the trachea, C-shaped cartilaginous rings are present. These cartilaginous rings used to prevent the trachea from collapsing. As you know, when an open tube used to be there and air used to come out, so it becomes vacuum, and due to vacuum the tube gets collapsed. So this C-shaped cartilaginous rings do not allow the collapsing of trachea. Now from the trachea the air reaches to the bronchi, where the trachea divides into left and right part. This branch is called bronchi. From the bronchi, this minutes in many branches, and this the sub-branch of bronchi is called bronchioles, and this bronchioles again and with the air sac, which is called alveoli, and alveoli is an air sac which is rich with the blood capillaries, and this alveoli diffuses the gases. That is why it is called site of gaseous exchange. Means air sac is very rich with the blood capillaries, and this blood capillaries diffuses the gases. Say, for inhalation, the air comes from nose to the alveoli, and while exhalation, see, here we have taken carbon dioxide, oxygen gas, and through the same process we exhale out carbon dioxide. But reverse option. So here alveoli gets oxygen, and this oxygen used to reach to the mix with the blood and reach to the heart. Here it is in the lungs, alveoli is in lungs, reach to the heart, and then heart pump the blood to the other parts of the body. Oxygenated blood goes back to the other parts of the body. Here, from the alveoli receives carbon dioxide when the blood diffuses in oxygen, then at the same time it releases out carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide used to send back to the bronchioles, bronchi, trachea, nasal passages, nose, and then out in the nature. Rate of breathing in healthy human is 15 to 18 times per minute. and a normal human being have the same rate 15 to 80 times per minute. Here, in the process of respiration, you have studied that oxygen is an essential part, as aerobic respiration release more amount of ATP, whereas anaerobic respiration release less amount of ATP. But in case of human being, this is what? A kind of aerobic respiration. Now, in aerobic respiration, there is the requirement of oxygen. Children, when we inhale air, right, it reaches to our lungs. From the lungs, it mixes with the blood. In the blood, RBCs contain hemoglobin. In the blood, hemoglobins are present, which is in the RBCs, and this RBCs contain hemoglobin. This association, they used to unite together. Here, oxygen unites with the hemoglobin, form a complex compound. This complex compound is called oxyhemoglobin, and this oxyhemoglobin, this is oxyhemoglobin. Number of oxyhemoglobin makes the blood pure, makes the blood oxygenated, and then it reaches to the cells of our body. From there, the cells used to utilize the oxygen, takes the oxygen, and hemoglobin becomes free. This hemoglobin again combines with the carbon dioxide, because when the cell take in oxygen, at the same time it releases carbon dioxide. So hemoglobin doesn't return vacant. It carries carbon dioxide along with it, and this association is called carboxyhemoglobin. And this carboxyhemoglobin comes to the lungs. From there, the lungs remove out carbon dioxide and take in oxygen gas through the alveoli or air sac. Like this, the process of exchange of gases occurs in the human being. Oxide poisoning. Children, it is suggested that do not sleep under the tree during night, or do not cover your face while sleeping, so that you can get the fresh air to breathe in. Right? Here, reason, when we breathe in lack of oxygen, or we breathe in the more carbon dioxide containing atmosphere, so the hemoglobin of our body do not get oxygen gas. In turn, it used to react with carbon monoxide, or it used to react with carbon dioxide, and then again it forms this association, carboxyhemoglobin. Now, in case of this carbon monoxide, this association is stronger than in case of carbon dioxide. Means the carbon monoxide do not split easily from the hemoglobin. Their bond is stronger in comparison to the carbon dioxide. Now what? When this carbon monoxide block the hemoglobin, so their efficiency to carry the oxygen gets slow, and that is why the person feel uncomfortable while inhaling the oxygen. And if it prolongs for a long period of time, so it causes suffocation in the body cells, which leads to the death of the person. I hope you have understood the chapter very well. If any doubt, you can ask or raise your questions, and I'll provide very soon my notes to all of you. Thank you.